Shalom, loved ones. My name is Troy Cady, and I invite you to join me now as I offer midday prayers with PlayWell communities. PlayWell is a faith network of those who are learning to live by the unforced rhythms of grace, to help us keep time to the rhythm of God's heartbeat and the movement of God's love. We like to pause to pray at various times throughout the day when we are able. In today's time of prayer, I invite us to practice being like a child in our lives. I'm going to read an excerpt from the wonderful book "And God Created Laughter" by Conrad Hyers. Well, with that, let's get ready. We light this candle as a reminder that Christ, the light of the world, is present with us. Savor the words of Jesus from Matthew chapter 11 as translated by Eugene Peterson in the Message. Jesus says, "Come to me, get away with me, and you'll recover your life. Learn the unforced rhythms of grace." In the middle of the day, we return to you, Jesus, our center. In you we live and move and have our being. Like parched souls searching for a spring, we thirst for you and your ways. With joy we draw water from the wells of your salvation. Let's take some moments of silence now to just rest, breathe, be present. Join me in this confession about our life as God's beloved children. I believe that I am God's beloved child. I am learning to let God's love fill my heart, to let it shape my life. So I may be just who God has made me to be, nothing more and nothing less. That I may abide in love and share God's love with all that I am. Amen. Here are some good reminders from the author Conrad Hyers about Jesus' invitation to us to change and become like children. This comes from the book called "And God Created Laughter." Hyers writes, "Well before the child evidences any of the more impressive characteristics of humanity, self-awareness, speech, abstraction, the child, first of all, smiles. Shortly thereafter comes laughter. Crying begins to be counterbalanced by laughter, and urgent desires for food and clean diapers by playful gurgling and exploring. The growing child learns to offset the weight of animal seriousness with a developing sense of humor, despite the fact that the adult world often encourages the former and discourages the latter. For the child, life is to be played, not worked at, and certainly not toiled at. Food is to be played with as well as eaten, fingered, smeared, dumped, thrown, and gargled. Feet are to be played with, not just used for transportation. Life is to be lived playfully, laughingly, wonderingly. Soon, however, the worrying adult enters with a philosophy of all seriousness and no nonsense. The child must learn to laugh less and be serious more. One does not play at things, one works at them. The solemn and utilitarian mind begins to take over. What motivates learning is not fascination, but a system of rewards and punishments and the future demands of the job market. Even games are no longer fun. They are tests of skill, coordination, discipline. They are fueled by the desire to defeat an opponent. Sport is not for sport. It consists of workouts, the developments of teamwork, and the preparation for one's life work. In short, children turn everything into play. Their parents turn play into work. Children have a secret. It is the secret of how to live. For all our dark sayings about original sin, children are still in touch with the Garden of Eden. Children have an irritating talent for not taking the adult world with the seriousness we are so confident it ought to be given. A refreshing air of innocent laughter blows like a gentle breeze from Eden through all the stuffiness of adulthood. With a persistent why or a completely candid remark, perhaps with a whimsical laugh or an unceremonious gesture, a little child can call into question the official facade and self-evident assumptions of an entire civilization. In the foolishness of the child, there resides something of the wisdom of God. And in the laughter and playfulness with which children would instruct us, there shines something of the face and image of God. We commit to you the work that is done and the work that is yet undone. May your beauty rest upon us, Lady Wisdom. We trust you will complete the incomplete. We believe you will finish what you started. May we meet you on the road with us, Brother Jesus. As we labor, be our resting place. Please make our work restful and our rest fruitful. May we remain present to your presence, Great Spirit. Now receive this blessing. written by Teresa de Avila. Let nothing disturb you, nothing affright you. All things are passing, God never changes. Patient endurance attains to all things. Whom God possesses, in nothing is wanting. Alone, God suffices. Amen. Well, thank you for joining me today in Midday Prayers with PlayWell Communities. There is a small group of us that meets on Zoom on Wednesday nights at 7:30 Central, 7:30 p.m. Central, and on Sundays at 12:30 p.m. Central Time. If you would like to join a small group of us that meet on one or both of those times, just let me know. We'd love to have you be a part of it. It's a precious little family that gathers together regularly in that Zoom space. Surprisingly, it's really meaningful time of deep connection. So if that's something that's of interest to you or would be a blessing to you, just let me know and I'll share with you how you can join the group. Well, I hope you have a good rest of the day and a good start to your week. I hope to be back again tomorrow morning. I invite you to join me then if you're able. Above all, be loved because you are beloved.